But what I remember was a profound sense of like loneliness. In 2013, I lost my son Rocco to SIDS. I mean, it was a bit of a downward spiral. So it went through a phase of like deep grief straight after, obviously, for probably a year, like realistically. And then it's kind of like, that's when I then looked at speaking to you guys. There isn't this team of people that come into your house to help you. I mean, on the day he died itself, we couldn't even get back into our own house because it was an investigation scene. You get leaflets through the door, you get sent things in the post, people will drop you around a spaghetti bolognese. And it's like, that's it. But then you look at your wife and she's broken, and you look at your parents and they're broken, and you look around you and everyone around you is broken because they've lost someone, and then if they've seen someone they love hurt. Or you look for someone at work, when you go back to work, and you have this weird thing where people sort of ignore you. Because they don't know what to say to you. So I remember walking down the road and people coming towards me and walking across the other side of the road because they didn't want to bump into me. So you feel like you've got some like disease, and it's a really horrible thing to experience. And that's why I ended up turning more into drinking, because drinking became what I thought at the time was like my buddy. So I'd always been a drinker in terms of, I was in the fashion industry, I was in the West End, drinking was what I did. But it'd always been from a place of fun and choice. And when he died, literally on the day, that turned into like a place of need as opposed to choice. And I remember specifically thinking one day there was no beers in the fridge, and someone asked me what we needed, and I was like, please keep me some beers, because there was none in the fridge. It was freaking me out. And that was the first time I thought, that's interesting. Ultimately ended up completely losing myself in the process over a period of a couple of years, sort of like lost a bit of care for who I was, lost a bit of care for people around me, was really on a downward spiral, had sort of suicidal thoughts and moments, started to lose people, started to lose things, started to lose money, started to lose everything that I kind of worked so hard to build was crumbling around me, and I didn't really care, and it was a really horrible space to be in. Until I got to a bit of a rock bottom moment, which kind of came in around 2018, 3 years after the marathon, where I did have a bit of almost like a spiritual awakening, a moment where it's like I've been put back on the track, if you like. And then from that moment, I ended up, things looked up. I met a girl, I'm now married to her. We've gone on to have a daughter ourselves. So it was kind of like the rebuild process, the rebuild year of 2018. And ever since that, it's been a few stumbles along the way, but I gave up drinking in lockdown when everyone sort of went to drink. I'd sort of had enough of it by then, and that was kind of a good opportunity for me to come out of the bright lights and get away from the crowd and concentrate on actually trying to fix myself. So went back to work after the furlough period, just a different person. And then from then on, it was like, right, my mission in life is now to use that pain as purpose to go and help people. So I started doing things on the side and writing books and creating websites and starting my own brand and becoming a better life guy and just documenting it. And ever since that, it's gone from strength to strength, and as have I. And now that's why I'm here now with you guys to try and keep flying the flag.